learning on how to make a business card, something like this. So we will jump directly to starting a new file, and the new file will be like this. So we will draw this one and this one, so and we start designing. So basically I'll come to this my rectangle and use this rounded rectangle. I draw two of them. I draw one, and then give it a color, something like that, and then I pull it on this edge for them to be curved, so like that. So after doing that, I'll duplicate this one, right click here, and then a duplicate layer and get a copy of it and move it downwards. So I will have these two, and then I'll start designing this one. This one is having something like a drop shadow, and we have something like a gradient here, so we can add a gradient here. So we can come here on the foreground color, give it a black foreground color, and then we right click, we click here on the FX and add a gradient. So gradient overlay will be like that. So not that one, so I'll be adding in this one gradient that way, and then I'll move it to that and give this maybe a black color. Why is black? So I can just click here and then select this one, it's a black color. So select that one and click OK. So that is appearing as a black color. So yes, so we have that effect. We can also write a name here. So in this effect, in this gradient, we can also customize this further. Scale, give it a very small scale or a bigger one, just give it a bigger one, and then give it a small opacity, and it will appear like that. So that's okay. So we can have even the drop shadow here. You can just come here to effects and then drop shadow. So drop shadow, we will be dropping a black color, and then I'll be dropping it just a simple distance, and then just small spread in size, and just minus distance, and then reduce small opacity, and then you can use these controls just like this. Yes, and maybe you can just make noise to be remaining as 0. So that is it. We have that one. Can also add a drop shadow on the next one, and also a gradient on it, so both they look alike. So we have that one. So we will be dropping a logo here, and then the next one will be drawing these shapes. So we will drop For example, I might drop a logo here, the place embedded, and then let me select Bravemark logo. So I'll drop this one, drop it here. I can remove the background using this magic eraser tool. So I click it, stylize it, click OK, but this is yellow, so we can have that one. We can give it a stroke of small white, something like white, and then very small one, something like that, and click OK. So we can have something like that. And on the next one we have to draw these shapes, this one and this one. So we'll make sure this side is black. So I have to draw a shape. So to draw a shape you have to use this pen tool. So you right click there, use pen tool, make sure here it is shape, and then you select the color that you want to fill with. For example, I might want to fill with let me just see this one, that is okay. And then I'll just come here, first I'll select this, then I'll draw let me see how it is. So I'll draw something like this, so something like this, this one, and then do something like this. So you have a complete shape. I'll Control T to transform it, and then make it a very small one, and then I make it to sit there. So I can change the color of it to be something like white or black. It's black, and then I'll make I'll just right click it and create a clipping mask. You can see it entered that this rectangle. And then also, before I do that, let me just do this. I'll duplicate the layer, and then the top layer I'll give it this color, so I'll be able to move this one. So I'll Control T, draw this one like this, and then move it like that, and then I will have this shape. So I have to combine these two layers, convert them to smart object. Then after converting them to smart object, I'll be able to remove this. First I'll remove this background, so I remain with the black one. So I'll just click here and then click here. It will tell me to rasterize. I'll click rasterize, and then I'll click here to remove that one. So you can see I have this shape alone, this one. So if I want to make this shape to be on the same position, I'll control T and then hold on control and then move one side to that place, move the other one, so that you can see that it is being aligned. So that way, so we have that. You can also come here, see how it is, and for us we have something like this, but it's not of much difference with it, but it's the same concept. So we have this one, we can change its color. We can come here to effects, just remember clicking that layer and then you click effects, you go to color overlay. So we will give this color, give it a color, or I can give it even a gradient and remove a color. So gradient color is okay, and you can see how it is. So we have that one, and we have this side is dark, and we have this side is another color. So doing that, we will make sure that this shape is having a different side color and another side color here. So for example, can come here to this shape and make sure that it is only the shape in the background, and so I have to style it here. So I have to make sure that this side is black and this side is this color. So I'll just make sure this side remains this color, and then I'll try to change this side. So basically doing that, I can do it in so many ways. So we have so many ways of accomplishing that. So doing that, we will have to make sure we go to we can come here to our can come here to draw and draw another shape here, and then I'll just draw it here. I can draw it there, give it also the size of the other one, and then remove background. But also remember, because we have this side is having one color and this other side is having another color, so because we have this shape, we can double click it, change the color to black, change the color to, let me see that one, and then remove the gradient color, and I can just click here on the magic eraser and erase this color. If I erase this color, I remain with white. You see? So you can see if I click here, the whole background color goes. So basically I just come and make sure this this so I'll make sure that I have another duplicate layer, because I want something that is the same. Duplicate layer, and then the duplicate layer, I'll change its color to black. Color overlay. The duplicate, I want to change the color of the one that is below it. I'll just come to color overlay and then give it black. So you can see, if I move this one, you can see another one down there. So for me to remove this one to remain with the black, I have to make sure I make these two, this one and this one, a smart object, so that I can remove a background. So I have that one and this one. I'll just right click, convert to smart object, and then when it is in smart object, I can remove background here. So I'll just come here to magic eraser and then click there till tell me to rasterize. I click OK. Then if I click here, I remain with black. So that is how it is done. And I have it here, so I can write, for example, I have this logo, I can copy it to here, or I can just, yes, like that, and then I can just write welcome here, write welcome, can copy it and make sure it is a bit smaller and place it something like there, somewhere like there, and then click OK. So this is a business card. You can do that, put your details here, and from there you can go on and do your things. So drawing these lines, let me show you. So you come here to this your rounded rectangle or rectangle, you draw just very simple line, and then give that line a color. For example, I give that one, and then I drop it, and click Ctrl T, click the upper arrow, and then when it is there, I can also copy it down here. Can click it, right click, duplicate, then I can move it down here. So that is how basically it is done. You can also click here text, then do 1 2 3 dots, click enter, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So I can do that, and then give it a very smaller one, and then reduce the height, and then place it there. So that is how it is done.